Diamond P Sports presents from the National Hot Rod Association Championship Drag Racing, the Silver Anniversary Winter Nationals. Speeds in excess of 260 miles an hour, covering the quarter mile in less than 6 seconds. Drag racing from the NHRA.
Race number 8 of the Garrett Chambers Truck Series takes us from the biggest track, Talladega, to one of the smallest, that being the Martinsville Speedway for 200 laps. As the season starts to wind down, people are wondering about the points. And also this race will have plenty of action, excitement, and even some pissed off drivers when the night was over. It was Cody Fowler on the pole of Brett Pancari, Sean Hughes, Chris Scala, and Jason Garrett who had a very impressive qualifying run in 5th, as the field would roll for 200 laps of the famous paperclip. And this race would not take long to have action, as there would be some excitement in the back of the field on the very first lap. As entering turn 3, Jordan Malish would get hit from behind by the 12 of Brent Rogers, who went in too deep in the corner. He would spin the 94 of Malish out. Malish would not get any damage, but Rogers would get a crumpled up front end, and the first yellow would come out. After the restart in lap number 10, Sean Hughes was on the inside of Cody Fowler, and these two were battling for quite a bit, with Brett Pancari riding right behind him in the wings. Eventually, Fowler would use the outside line to his advantage, surprisingly, and get the run out of turn 2 and would hold off Hughes and would take back the race lead. And then he would start to pull away from the rest of the field. We then go forward to lap 25. Brett Pancari and Sean Hughes were battling for the number 2 spot when Pancari would slide up out of turn 2, hit Hughes, lose control, but does an incredible job to save the truck. He would eventually hold on to the first spot ahead of Chris Scala. After the caution would come out for the caution clock, would go to the restart on lap number 68. Newcomer Justin Morton decided to stay out on old tires. That would backfire horribly. He would slide up the track right in front of Cody Fowler. Chris Scala would take the lead for the first time. Brett Pancari would move up to the number 2 spot as a result. Scala's lead would last to lap number 89, but then some more weird mayhem would happen. As he was getting pressured from Cody Fowler, he decided to let Fowler go and let him take the lead. But Fowler would get it all wrong, nearly lose control, go too deep into turn 3 and 4. Scala would cross him over and take the number 1 spot back, and Fowler would eventually hold off Brett Pancari to keep the number 2 spot. And then later on in lap 92, things would go much better on the exchange from Scala to Fowler, as he decided then on the exit turn 2 to go down low and let the 24 of Cody Fowler by, and Fowler would take the lead right back. And eventually Scala would also let the number 19 of Pancari through, and he would take over the number 2 spot as well. And this green flag would last up until lap 115, where there'd be more problems for the 94 of Jordan Malish. He would get loose right in front of Cody Fowler, spin it out, and then hit the inside retaining wall. He would roll, but the caution would not come out. But the caution clock would come out a little bit later on. On lap 125, when that caution happened, Cody Fowler decided not to come into the pits, which was actually a mistake, as he was confused about how many tire set limits there were. He would come in the next lap and get his tires, but he would fall to the back of the lead pack. And all that would allow Chris Scala to have the lead on the restart lap 130. He would get a great jump on the Brett Pancari and Sean Hughes. Pancari got a horrible start, and to make matters even worse, in turn 1, James Williams plows into the 19. Pancari would save it and continue to roll on, but he would lose many spots. Lap 134, Cody Fowler trying to make up for the ground he lost, got by Pancari for 4th. He would then get the inside of James Williams in turn 3 and 4, and he would pass the 14th machine to take over the number 3 spot, and then set his sights in the front 2. And he would actually catch Chris Scala and Sean Hughes lap 152, and they'll potentially be setting up a freeway tussle for the lead. But unfortunately, that battle would not come into fruition. And on the very next lap, on lap 153, returning series veteran Steve Dixon would clip the curb in turn 3 and 4, would lose the back end, and go careening hard into the wall. A tough way to make a return for Steve Dixon. That'd be the 4th yellow of the race. Restart lap 159. Sean Hughes and Andy Moore stayed out. Chris Scala would take fuel only on the pit stop, so there would be a mad scramble. Well, on the restart, Hughes would jump Moore as the field entered turn 1 and 2. Moore would then get way too high on the exit of turn 2. That forces Cody Fowler and Brett Pancari to go free wide for the number 3 spot. Pancari would then take third, but then eventually Cody Fowler used the outside onto his advantage, pulled by Pancari and Scala, and then on lap later, he would eventually get the inside of Sean Hughes and pass him to take the lead again and try to pull away once again. On lap 163, Jordan Mowers with more troubles. This time he gets into the rear of Joe Petrick. In turn number 2, spin the 67 out. Petrick would hit the inside wall, and the caution would come out for the 5th time. And then a few laps after the restart, lap 175 when things start to get even more nuts. Andy Moore would go too deep into turn 1 and hit the corner of Brent Rogers. He would spin the 12 out. Rogers would then gas it up and then get hit by Nicholas Lundy Church in the corner, and yellow number 6 would come out. And then Rogers' bad night would continue. On the restart, lap 181, he would get into Jamie Christensen in the corner. He would spin the 88 out. Luckily, no one hit Jamie, but the 7th yellow of the race would come out. Restart lap 187. Cody Fowler, Brett Pancari, Sean Hughes, and James Williams were the top 4. And as they restarted, James Williams decided to play bumper cars with the 19 once again. He would bump and run him in turn 1 and 2, and he would grab the number 3 spot away from the Blue Jays number 19. And then we fast forward to lap 191, and it looks like you're seeing double. You're probably right. Andy Moore and Brent Rogers get together in turn 1 again with the exact same results. This time, no one would hit Rogers, who's in the corner this time, and that would be yellow number 8. On to the final. No reset, lap 197. Cody Fowler jumps Sean Hughes and Brett Pancari as well, as the field would go for 1 and 2. These front 3 cars of Fowler, Hughes, and Pancari will start to separate themselves from the rest of the field. And then lap 198, things got even more nuts. James Williams, who was in 4th, tried to hold off Chris Scala against the inside turns 1 and 2. Williams plays it tight. Scala reacts, clips the curve. They collide in turn 2, and Scala slides to the infield. No caution would come out from that. But then a lap later, 4 trucks fighting for position. Andy Moore on the exit of turn 2 hit the outside wall. Jordan Mowers reacts, gets into Jamie Christensen. He spins Christensen out, smashes the wall, and Justin Morton with nowhere to go. Big time damage for the 15 in his series debut. And that would prove to be the final yellow of the race, as the race would end under caution, and Cody Fowler would pick up his first win of the Gear Jammers Truck Series season. But the fun was not over yet, as on the cooldown lap, a certain captain had an issue with a certain Cheeto guy. Final results were Cody Fowler, Sean Hughes, Brett Pancari, James Williams, Brent Rogers, despite all the accidents, Andy Moore, Jordan Mowers, Nicholas Lundy Church, John Huntington, and Chris Scala would be the top 10. In the point standing with 2 races to go, John Huntington continually prep on Carter by 10 points, but a lot of people are starting to wonder what the points are going to look like whenever that dropped race comes into effect. As there are 2 races left in the season, the points change could get really, really interesting.